So we have an update regarding Jazz Chisholm Jr. The Marlins announced that Chisholm's injury has been reclassified as a turf toe. Now this means Jazz will be placed on the 10-day IL, and he's expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Of course, Jazz suffered the injury on Saturday after jamming his foot into the base of the outfield wall. Now, Marlins manager Skip Schumacher said, definitely a tough loss, but from what we understand, it's a 4 to 6 week type of deal, and so looking forward to him getting healthy and getting back. Now, as I said in my last video, the Marlins really shot themselves in the foot with this one. Again, no pun intended. But it just comes down to the simple fact that Miami wasn't thinking of player safety. I mean, this injury totally could have been prevented if someone on the grounds crew, the coaching staff, or the front office had some common sense and suggested placing some padding at the base of that concrete slab out there in order to ensure safety for all players. I mean, yeah, it's been exacerbated because some guy got injured, but still, even if you look at it out there, tilt your head and you're like, surprised that big slab of cement is sticking out like that. Why is there no padding? There should be padding. There's padding everywhere else in the ballpark. When it comes to this one, the Marlins, they should have had some common sense and realized, hey, this big slab of cement out here in the outfield could be a hazard. It can ruin, frankly, someone's career possibly. Now, despite the Chisholm update, there was some good news as the Marlins were able to come back and win by 2 runs in the 9th inning. Miami's rally started with a Luis Arraez RBI single to right that scored Garrett Cooper, making it 4-3 Washington. Then a pinch runner, John Birdie, stole second base to get in scoring position for Jorge Soler. That extra base didn't mean much because Soler would send a 3-2, 99-mile-an-hour fastball screaming over the left field wall for a walk-off home run. The Marlins won 5-4. And now, after a swirl of rumors went around on Monday of Aaron Judge looking into the Yankee dugout for some signs, Judge would return to Rogers Center on Tuesday and shut up Toronto's conspiracy theorists by hitting his 3rd home run in the past 2 days. This 8th inning nuke was critical in the Yankees' route to a win in Toronto as it broke a 3-3 tie at the time. However, the thought of New York cheating wasn't totally debunked on Tuesday as starting pitcher Domingo Germán was caught red-handed by the umpiring crew in Toronto because an unacceptable sticky residue was discovered on the Yankees' right-hander's palm. Not to mention, Toronto's TV broadcast caught a shot of a dark brown substance on his pants near his right hip. Now, exactly what that substance was remains up for debate, but regardless, the crew chief, James Hoy, said in the strongest terms that it was, quote, definitely not rosin, and that, quote, this was sticky as in my fingers had a hard time coming off of my palm. Of course, on the flip side, Germán insisted he had only used rosin, and when asked about the dark brown substance on his pants, he said it was simply chewing tobacco. Germán will have to serve a 10-game suspension handed down by the league, and this puts the Yankees in a bind because they cannot replace Germán on the active roster with anybody else during this 10-game span. So again, Germán, you gotta do better, buddy. You gotta do better. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be smart with it. I would advise don't do it. I don't want to see anybody cheating. I mean, look what he did for Max Scherzer. It doesn't matter how good you are. Max Scherzer got caught. Was it as obvious as Germán? No. But still, I mean, they're not afraid to hammer down a guy like Max Scherzer. What, almost 20-year MLB veteran? MLB didn't give a They handed it down. So if they can do that to almost a 20-year vet like Max Scherzer, they'll do it to a guy like Domingo Germán. Now, Verlander finally made his home debut with the Metropolitans, and, well, it did not go well. Verlander gave up 3 before getting through 3 as he left a curveball up to Isaac Paredes, who golfed it over the wall for Tampa. Then in the 5th, Verlander once again gave up the long ball to Paredes to make it 6-0 Rays after 4 1/3. And basically, after the 2nd home run off of Paredes' bat, JV's day was done, and his ears were filled with boos from the Met faithful. Now, the Mets did show some life, however, after Brett Baty homered in the 5th, which broke the streak of 56 innings without a Mets home run. Then Alonso put up 2 after popping a home run in the 7th. And then in the 9th, Escobar hit another 2-run shot to put New York within 3. But that's all the Mets could do, as they would fall to Tampa 8-5 in Verlander's home debut. Now the Rangers prospect Kumar Rocker, remember that guy? Yeah, well, he's torn a ligament in his right elbow and will need Tommy John surgery. Now if y'all remember, Rocker was selected 10th overall by the Mets back in the draft of 21, but went unsigned after concerns of his medical information popped up. Now after spending 21 with an independent team, Rocker re-entered the draft in 2022 and was selected 10th overall by Texas. Now the Rangers GM Chris Young said this injury was not at all related to what prevented the Mets from signing Rocker back in 21, because it actually occurred on the Rangers' dime. In all, Rocker has posted a 3.86 ERA in 6 starts, striking out 42 men and walking 7 in 28 innings thus far in the Texas Rangers organization. Now this is definitely a tough blow for a guy who seemed to have been left in the dust and was kind of starting to re-emerge, I'd say, in the Rangers system and on his way to a potential call-up to Double-A. Not to mention he was ranked 9th overall in the Rangers system according to MLB Pipeline, I do believe. And that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the road to 1,500. As always, I will catch you guys later.